Here we are, day 9, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back for another installment of the Facebook Live series. And here we are in week 2, day number 9 of quotes. And for all those that have been tuning in, first and foremost, I most certainly appreciate each and every single last one of you. I don't take this for granted, and I'm truly, truly humbled. So as you're coming in, do me a favor if you will, because I really want to go ahead and jump into this topic, that as you're coming on board, and if you're watching this live, put in hashtag live. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Guys, don't be a strange. You know me. I love the interaction. I love to connect back and forth. Don't be so scared. It's okay. It's okay. And also on the replay, hashtag replay. So let me go ahead and do one thing. Excuse me. Pardon that. Let me just go ahead and put this notification on so that way we cannot be disturbed, right? So I want to hear all those notifications and different things like that. So we have here Miss Rachel Johnson hailing all the way from VA. Welcome, welcome. And we have here Miss Sarah K live from Oregon. I hope that you had an awesome vacation and welcome back. So let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. So day 9. Oh, and also before I even move forward, if you will, if you feel this is valuable, go ahead and tag someone that you believe that can benefit from this. And also, please like and share as well. Please go ahead and like and share. So on that note, day 9 title is, and I quote, "Your goal in life is for everybody to know your name. It's more so to be a household name, to be someone that stands out, because like I mentioned yesterday in the live, no one wants to be mediocre. No one wants to be average. And we're living in a time right now that we have access to so much technology, right? And so many different platforms and avenues where you can get your story and your message out there. Now is definitely the time for you to shine, because everybody, right, that's ambitious or that's looking to really make change, not only in your inner circle, but also impact your community and beyond, all looking as far as to create a legacy. So let's go ahead and talk about that. And I put a few bullet points as well to kind of tie into this talk. So every single day, and this is what I know, is every single day you should be working towards a higher purpose. It should be much bigger than your 9 to 5, in which, by the way, if you love your 9 to 5, that's totally fine, totally fine. But it should be bigger than just your 9 to 5, right? It should just be bigger than you just being married or you just having children. It should be bigger as far as when you just having, a home and you're having, cars and etc. It should be way bigger than that. Why? Because us as people, we're wired as such, because that we always want to move to the highest level. We always want to move to that next level. We're adventurous kind of people. So every single day you should be growing. As the saying goes, right? You're either growing or you're dying. Likewise with our brains. We're either growing, we're learning, we're getting better, we're putting new information in, we are expanding our mind and our horizons, or we're just disintegrating. So you should really have that on each and every single day. You should be excited about life. Doesn't matter what situation and which that you're in. Doesn't matter what's going on, but you should be excited. Why? Because you're alive. Just like the great Les Brown says, if you're not excited about life, then guess what? Try missing one. I'm gonna let that one sink in. Somebody caught that. So here's something in which I want you to go ahead and consider, right? Is that when you're going through this, some questions I'm going to go ahead and pose to you, and I really want you to think about this, right, before you go ahead and answer. I want you for that to really sink in. First thing you should be asking yourself, and this is something which I had to ask myself, right? Absolutely, Sarah, well said. Yep, we are either growing or dying. Powerful statement, most certainly. Is that first question I want to ask you, what is your legacy? What is your legacy all about? That's something in which that Les Brown, he talks about a lot. And I've been following Les Brown for quite some time. And that's one of the things he always talks about, is that what is your legacy? What do you want to be known for, right? Even when you're long and gone from the face of this planet, what do you want to be remembered by, right? Because there's something about that. It's something about having a good name. To where when people hear about the K family, or they hear about the White family, or they hear about the Johnson family, right? They're like, wow, you know what? That was a great family. And, you know, I remember as far as, you know, Rachel, and I remember Sarah, and they did this and they did that. And it's like literally their eyes light up, right? When they hear your name. But what is your legacy? And that's something that you really want to go ahead and ask yourself. That's the first question. The second question in which I want to go ahead and pose to you is that who do you want to serve? Who do you want to serve? Do you know that John C. Maxwell, pardon that. Do you know that John C. Maxwell, in which he's considered as far as probably the one of the top 10 motivational speakers, but also one of the top leaders, bar none, in the world. Do you know that he built his brand and he's building his legacy on that particular point? Because he knows as far as on who he wants to serve and who he wants to help. And every single day he has that desire, he has that passion, he has that drive to serve. Because he knows exactly who he wants to help and why he wants to help them. So there's a method to his madness, right? And he understands that, hey, Dwayne, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. I definitely do appreciate that. When you pinpoint and you know exactly on who you want to help, right? Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe my allergies is kicking up. But when you pinpoint exactly on who you want to help, who you want to serve. I know as far as in the industry, we hear a lot of times of your target audience or your target market. Personally, me, I can't stand that. I can't stand that, and for personal reasons, right? But when you know as far as on who you want to help, when you have a great idea down to the core, down to the point of who your client is, right? Your ideal client, your dream client, right? Once you know that, now it gets very, very exciting because it gives you that extra motivation, gives you that extra juice, right? When things is going tough, you have that and knowing like, you know what? It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about helping Dwayne because I see that Dwayne, he wants to take it to the next level and I see he's consistent. I see he's out there and I know I can go ahead and help him out. I know my content and the information in which that I gather my experience can be very beneficial to Dwayne. So that's the reason why that I do it. Just to go ahead and give you an example, something for you to go ahead and think about. Another question which I want to go ahead and pose to you is this, is that why is this important to you, right? Why is this important to me, right? Why is the mission that Dwayne has very important to him? I will go ahead and share why I do this, why I'm taking the time out and I'm providing you guys this value. It's because of the fact that my goal is, and I'll share my vision with you, is to become a $200 million earner. For me and my team to travel all around the world, motivating, encouraging, and inspiring the masses. Not only showing individuals that it's possible to overcome their self-limited doubts and beliefs, giving them practical solutions and methods, but also too contributing to nonprofit organizations all around the world. So it doesn't matter if we're in Spain, Piscopo, Antarctica, wherever, they will know as far as that me and my team made a difference. So it's all about legacy. So you see that? That's why it's very important to me. And that's the reason why I do my research. That's the reason why I just grind and hustle the way that I do. And I have a daytime job for that particular reason, because this calling that was given to me a few, say about 4 years ago, actually 5 years ago, 5 years ago, it was birthed in, it was within me, right? So I can't escape it. It doesn't even matter if I even wanted to try. As you see, I'm starting to stumble my words. I'm getting kind of excited here. Let me kind of break it down a bit. Okay. Guys, let me know if that's making sense. Hey, bro, Reggie, appreciate you for coming on. What type of impact you want to make? What type of impact do you want to make? Is it a little impact? Is it impact where you want to create in your community, in your home? What does that look like for you, right? Because Your mentors and coaches can possibly see you having a major impact, enormous impact, right? But you have to see it. And more importantly of seeing it, you have to have some belief in it, right? Even if the belief is very small, right? And you're like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but, okay, but you know what? As the saying goes, if someone else believes it, then you know what? That's a very good indication for you to pay attention to. Or stick around long enough until their belief starts kicking in. So even if you don't believe it, but believe for the fact that they believe it, that's possible for you, if that makes sense. So what's the type of impact that you want to create in your organization, in your business, in your tribe, in your community? Fill in the blank, right? But really ask yourself that question. What drives you, ladies and gentlemen? I want to hear from each and every single last one of you before I move on to the next point. What drives each and every single individual on this live and also on this replay? You can have it very short, brief. It doesn't have to be long. But I'm kind of curious. What drives you? What drives you guys? Reggie, would you like to answer? Dwayne, would you like to answer? Sarah, would you like to answer? What drives you guys? Okay, I'll give you guys a few moments to go ahead and ponder on that. What drives me, honestly, guys, is because I know how it's like as far as to be the underdog. I know how it's like as far as to be misunderstood, abused, not heard from, right? Being as far as in the room and everybody else is talking, everybody else is engaging, having a great time, and then when you speak, it's like that you get crickets. I know how it's like as far as that people don't see you and that they undermine your talents and your abilities. And I know how that's like where you just feel like, you know what, if a person just gives me just a few moments, and they're just being real and transparent with me, I got some great ideas, right? But I just need for somebody to hear me. Those are for the individuals that literally drive me and push me to create the content, that push me as far as to do the research, that push me as far as to do the investment and do the inventors in which that I do, because I want to show them that it is possible, right? So it's bigger than myself. This whole transformation greatness movement is bigger than me, right? It's for those individuals. So when you have something that literally it takes you outside of yourself and literally drives you, I'm pretty sure you guys probably know it differently as what's your why. And it has to be so big to the point that every time you think about it, it gets you super emotional. It gets you choked up, just even thinking about it. Once that happens, you know that you're heading in the right direction. That's a pretty good indicator that your higher power is giving you a sign, right? So I just want you to go ahead and think about that. What it all boils down to, very simply, is belief. And boy, do I know that. You're speaking to an individual, guys, that when I started in this industry, I had no problem being behind the scenes. I had no problems whatsoever. I had no problem just doing posts and had no problem as far as with engaging. Had no problem with that. But in terms of doing this, video marketing, doing Facebook Lives, being vulnerable, letting people know who I am, showing all my imperfections, and being perfectly comfortable with being imperfect, no, you couldn't get that out of me. Not at all. I wouldn't, even at that point, if you would have said, Shawn, I would give you $1 million a year as far as to do video marketing and Facebook Lives just to let people know more about you, I wouldn't do it. That's how unsure that I was. That's how low my belief within myself was, right? What I discovered in my 8 years in growing and learning and just getting mentors and coaches and following and studying and learning and trying and failing, going ups and downs and all arounds and everything else in between, I realized that the best way for you to build the belief if you want to know the honest truth, guys, in my opinion, it's just doing it. Just do it. Doesn't matter how ugly it looks, doesn't matter how imperfect it is, it doesn't matter. You have to do it, because repetition is the key in terms of building up your belief, right? Guys, if I would have stopped with my first month of becoming an entrepreneur online, no way possible would I be able to even know 95% of you guys. No way possible. How? Because I chose, just because, I didn't get engagement, just because, I wasn't super articulate, or because whatever, right? And I just said, you know what? Nah, that's not for me. Yeah, they didn't like me. I did a Facebook Live for about 2 minutes and I didn't get any engagement. Are you kidding me? You gotta put the work in. Just like anything else, you gotta put the work in. But the belief starts, even if it's small. And I promise you guys, that if you put the work in over the course of time, that's how your belief and your confidence grows. Trust me when I tell you. So Reggie says here, a willingness to create passive income to travel and help others. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Excellent. Reggie, if you can do me a favor, which is nothing wrong with that, but I want you to dig a little bit more deeper. Why is it that you have that willingness to create passive income to travel and help others? I want you to dig a little bit more deeper for me, my friend, please. And that really comes with starting believing in you, start having that confidence. That's what it really all boils down to. Because the bottom line is this, and which I learned in my 8 years in, and I'm still learning a whole lot. This is just the beginning for me. What you're gonna realize is that not everybody's gonna like what you do. Not everybody's your cup of tea. Not everybody that come on your Facebook Lives is gonna, show you support, right? I mean, you're dealing with the general public. You're dealing with people. Not everybody's gonna like you, nor should they. Because everybody has a right to listen to who they want to listen to, who they want to cheer for, who they want to support. But what I will tell you is this: as long as you're consistent and you continue to create value and continue to come on board here and show up, the right people will come to you. That I can tell you. And a great leader must be able to share the vision and make it plain. Every great leader that I ever studied, from Jesus, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Les Brown, John C. Maxwell, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, fill in the blank, fill in the blank, fill in the blank. They all learned the ability to share the vision and make it plain. The more clearer that you can share your vision and get passionate and excited about the vision because it's within you, it's birthed within you. Once you're able to do that, now people are able to make a decision and be like, oh, wow, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or, you know what? Nah, that's not my cup of tea. But you have to, in terms of true effective leadership, what I'm learning, share that vision. Talk about your vision. Every single chance that you get, talk about your vision, right? Trust me, you do that more than enough time, the right people will come in and really support that, and the wrong people will get away. It's just inevitable. So don't be afraid to share your vision. And that's pretty much it on that. So I want to go ahead and give you guys a closing question. This was something in which that was posed to me a long time ago. Well, I'm not going to say a long time ago, about several years ago. And the first closing question I want to go ahead and ask you, what is stopping you? What is stopping you really from embracing your calling, embracing your passion, what you truly love to do, right? I'm talking about really, really love to do. Now, I ain't talking about just no 9-to-5 job. I ain't talking about that, right? And I ain't talking about something that people feel that you should do, right? But what is it that you truly want to do? What is something that you truly love? right? And what is stopping you from making that happen today? And the second question is, why not you? Why not you? Right? Something to really think about on that. And when those two questions came to me, it was like, I had to really sit with it. And I didn't really like it, right? Because I was so used to just coming up with excuses on top of excuses on top of excuses on top of excuses. But those two questions have really put me in my tracks, and I really had to sit there and I really had to think about it. And I said, you know what? Yeah, why not me? Why not you? What is truly stopping us? I can tell you, it's not resources, it's not finances, it's not support, it's none of that stuff. Tell you the truth, it's really us on what we believe is possible. That I can tell you for a fact. And so it's awesome just to be able to connect with other like-minded individuals that's on the same level, and they feel the exact same way, and it's pretty awesome. If you're an individual that is in the process and you really want to make things happen, but you may be stuck in certain areas, I don't know, maybe as far as like confidence, maybe self-esteem, maybe as far as like with this whole marketing thing here, maybe it's a few pointers, or anything of the case, and you're really looking for someone as far as to help you in the right direction. Let's have a talk. 15 minutes, a quick discovery call. That's all we need. And then if it's a mutual fit and if you like to work longer, then by all means, we can definitely go ahead and do so. And last but not least, I'm still looking for those A players. I'm looking for those that say, you know what, Shawn, I see what you guys got going on with this entertainment company called Mupo Entertainment. You guys are talking about having your own TV show, and you're talking about that you guys can literally help me step by step and make my idea or my concept a reality. Very interesting. If that sounds like you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're definitely looking for more leads to drive for your business and gain massive exposure, then let's have a conversation about Mupo Entertainment. Absolutely. I will. Reggie, can you do me a favor? Can you go ahead and put the website in the comment section for me, please, just in case, as far as if people want to go ahead and just take like a quick look. Also, as well, guys, you can go ahead as far as into my bio page. I also have that website as well, but I'm just going to go ahead and just say over the air while Reggie is typing that in. It's www.mupoentertainment.com. Once again, that's www.mupo, so that's M as in Mike, U as in umbrella, P as in Paul, O as in Oscar, entertainment.com. I hope that someone really got some value and insight from this live. I appreciate, once again, each and every single last one of you. And I'm going to end this live like I do all my others. And if what I stated on here either motivated, inspired, or transformed at least one person, and may God be the glory, and I take no credit for absolutely none of it. Until then, you're all amazing by His grace and mercy. I look forward to seeing you all for my honor for day 10. Peace and love, everyone. Thank you.